Welcome to A Closer Look with me, Doug Hunt. Recently we were investigating our membership, and Allgeier Martin made a post that they were the longest continual member of the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce. Well, that's cause for celebration. But first I had asked Tanya.
Well, thanks, Doug. Going to have to really look for that. We have a database system here, and as you can see, it's very complicated. Over the years, we've had different people working with it. Plus, we've even changed software. So I'm going to have to really dig into this to make sure that they really are the oldest member.
It seems like this may take a bit, so let's head over to Mo, who is at Allgeier Martin with a special report.
Hey, thanks, Doug. Well, I'm here with Gabe, who is, very excited about potentially being the longest running continual member at the Chamber?
Absolutely excited. When I found out that was a possibility, I thought, oh, what a great honor to be known for the oldest or the longest standing chamber member.
Well, I can assure you the honor is ours, because that's a really big thing to be able to say. But you will talk to me a little bit about the significance of this place. And I'm not going to say the name because I mispronounce it every time. Will you tell me what you told me right before we came on camera about the name and how it's easy to remember how to say it?
So our name is Allgeier Martin and Associates. So I think of the fish, the ugly fish, like in Spring River, the prehistoric looking gar. So that helps me remember Allgeier Martin. Sometimes people can say Allgeier and put that long A or I in there, but Allgeier, Allgar, either one.
Just so long as they call you, they can get pretty close, right?
Exactly.
Well, I was saying Allgeier. Anyway, Allgeier. But we'll get to the big point of why we're here. We want to celebrate you. We want to talk about you, what it is that you guys do for those who don't know.
Sure. So one, we're not accountants, even though the name would indicate that. We're engineers. So specifically civil and electrical engineering. And so we've been doing civil and electrical engineers, which basically means we're designing a lot of the infrastructure that people use every day. You flush your toilet, you get a drink of clean water, you go across a bridge, you be able to turn the lights on. I mean, all these things that we just do repetitively day after day, you should thank engineers for the infrastructure that makes that possible.
Yeah, that's handy. So what about the roundabout? So is that something that you guys are a part of?
I know engineers do the roundabouts, yes.
But not you guys necessarily.
We're actually involved in our first roundabout intersection for the city of Neosho right now.
Is that a question that you hate to be asked when people talk about engineering?
Depends on if they like a roundabout or not, right?
No, I don't dislike a roundabout. But you know what I think would be fun is if you guys would do videos every once in a while about some of your engineering and just be like, this is how you use it right.
We've
because I know it's used for error sometimes.
Right.
I know you do a lot more that's really super fun and useful besides a roundabout, but we're appreciative for you guys for doing that, because I know that requires a lot of skills to be able to do the kinds of things that you do out here. And so I want to talk a little bit about the significance to Joplin. We chatted a little bit before we came on camera. Will you tell us, for those again who may not be aware of your history or how long you've been in Joplin or what that really looks like, what this particular business means to Joplin?
Yeah, that would be great. So Allgeier Martin started in the Joplin community in 1954. And since that time, our engineers have done all kinds of infrastructure for electric co-ops, for city municipal public works, and so on and so forth. And the reason that we're a significant part of the community here in Joplin is we don't just serve Joplin or the surrounding communities in Joplin. We're serving clients all the way from Illinois down to Texas and everything in between. And so when you think as a Joplin citizen about Allgeier Martin and Associates, you've got a gem of an engineering firm right here in the Midwest, in the city of Joplin, that is keeping the lights on throughout the Midwest, in our cooperation with our co-ops and generation and transmission companies. And you can think of all the water that's being cleaned and safely put back into the watershed for future use again, and protecting properties from flooding. And there's just so many aspects to what we do as engineers that just make everybody's everyday life easier and more pleasant to live. And so if you enjoy all these amenities, you can thank an engineer for helping you get those.
Well, I thank all of you out here for doing that, because it's definitely not a skill that I have. At least I'm not aware of. And I know that there's a lot that goes into all that, and you're problem solvers. And so if there are things in the world that are either problems or things in the world that could use just a little adjustment to make it more seamless for the user,
Right.
which is us, it's really great that there are people like all of you guys here that do that. And it's amazing that you're in Joplin. And you know what I thought was really great about the story, I read your history online, because that was that LinkedIn post that started it all. It started in Lamar and then moved to Joplin.
Correct.
And then from Joplin, it just really has exploded. And you guys have, you're all over the place now. Didn't you open an office in Tulsa recently?
We did. That's our newest location. And, we have some engineers in Kansas City and Rolla and Springfield. And hopefully we're setting our sights even further out than that. But we're continuing to grow. And the whole industry is in a big growth mode right now. I mean, infrastructure is a big deal. And we need to keep our infrastructure running well and being consistent. And that's part of what we do every day.
Well, we're glad that you do, and it's really cool that we get to be a part of, like you said, a gym right here in Joplin that is not only so much a part of Joplin just because of the history of how it all began, but also a part of how it's grown, and it's neat to get to be a part of that, and it's neat that your footprint is not just here in Joplin, but all over the U.S., and I think that says a lot about our area in general, so I just think that's really special. I'm glad you shared that. Well, so then if you see an engineer that works at Allgeier, Martin and Associates, then go give them a high five, say, hey, thank you.
Sure.
What do you think?
Just a nice thank you.
Yeah,
They will
okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we do thank you, and I thank you for joining me here today.
Absolutely.
And I do know that we need to send it back to Doug, because we're supposed to be getting our answer soon on whether or not you're the longest running continual member of the Joplin Chamber. So Gabe, thank you so much. Doug, we're going to send it back to you.
Fascinating. Thank you, Mo. One thing about the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce, we really pride ourselves on helping business owners, and entrepreneurs. It's what we do, and it's an amazing thing to help those businesses be successful. So let's head over to Tanya and see what she's found out about who the longest member is.
Well, Doug, I can absolutely confirm that they are one of the oldest members. Not sure if they're the actual oldest, but certainly one of the oldest members that we have. Regardless of the number of exact years that they've been a member, they definitely deserve recognition for all the hard work and the commitment they've had to the city. We are so very happy to have them as a member.
Well, there you have it, Joplin. So we really don't know. But you know what matters? What matters is that we're all in this together. The chamber isn't some far off place or some place that you go. The chamber is you, me, and all of us, working together to grow businesses, have a better quality of life, and make sure that the next generation has a better place to live.